let's talk about this computer. So, this computer, this gentleman brought this in because he built it, said it turned on once and then never turned on again. So, in the box, we have the power supply, which he took out, which we're going to go ahead and test, just to make sure there's not something up with that. We have power cord. We have some brackets and stuff. We have an open tube of thermal paste, which is Arctic MX4. Klein multimeters are pretty good too. I do like Klein stuff. All right. Yes and no, Emily. It's also for the advertisements that I've run. So one of the interesting things about this build is the person who owns it decided to take parts of the case apart, which I need to figure out what screws go to hold those in. And this is another person who has ripped. Oh, jeez, this is gonna be bad. He has ripped the actual like release lever off of this. What is going on that like people are just like, oh, this thing must have to come out, and they just rip it off? Like, why is that a thing all of a sudden? This cooler is not looking good. Oh boy. Alright, I think alright, we're gonna see what we gotta do here and kind of go from there. I guess start by getting some of the cables out of here. Move them off to the side. This over here. His thinking was, you know, taking this apart was because he wanted to make it getting to those cables easier, not necessarily thinking that you can just, you know, ooh, these things hurt. That you can just, you know, attach the cables before you install the cooler. Sure. The coolers, I don't have a problem with like the brand of cooler. I have a problem with the fact that you'll see what kind of shape this thing is in once I start getting it apart here. Alright, so here's what the actual problem I'm going to have is going to be, more than likely. Be Quiet's come with a screwdriver that's like extra long. And I don't have that, so I just have to hope that I can do this from an angle and everything's going to be fine. Which, hey, look at that. I did it from an angle and everything appears to be fine. So now, jeez. There's a little bit of thermal paste on there. Like there's thermal paste on this. Hey, I am all for being overly cautious with the thermal paste and like using more of it to a point. Now, let's get this memory out of here. What kind of memory are we looking at here? I have this Viper memory, so this is Team Viper memory. Got 32 gigs. Let's set that off to the side. And next, we are going to... Well, I'm going to start removing stuff. Please tell me there's not just a single screw holding this whole motherboard in. It does look like a giant Allen key. That is it. There is a single screw holding this whole motherboard in. Cool. Okay. First things first, I need to figure out how to get this case put back together. So looking at it, these are what the screws are going to look like here. So let's see. That did absolutely nothing. Let's get all of the screws. This is like one of those rare situations where someone doing a terrible thing made a good decision by attaching all of these, attaching these to a magnet. So there's a YouTuber who claims that he knows the perfect amount of thermal paste. It is the correct amount of thermal paste is the amount of thermal paste that it requires to completely coat the top of a CPU and make a solid contact, like a solid layer all the way across the block that's making contact with the cooler. That is the correct amount. And yeah, 100%, these trays are 100% awesome. Alright, so now I have to find screws that match these in here somewhere. But it's back together now, and I can hold it and I can move it around. Alright. Now, start looking at this. And this is actually the most important part of this. So right off the bat, some of the things that I'm noticing is, one, this corner. Let's pull out my microscope here, move this over. So we're going to start with this corner. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Take a look around here. Yeah, I still don't understand. Like, this one still has it. Why doesn't this one? He doesn't see a problem. Definitely looks interesting. Alright, so start with our power supply. Pull out our power supply tester. Alright, should be CPU on this side. Yep. Where is my power? I haven't the power, Captain. Alright, here we go. Wow, it's fun. Looks like homeboy killed his power supply. Somehow, Palpatine has returned. So, yeah, this is off to a good start. Grab our testing power supply. I surely hope this person didn't try and take this apart. Yeah, someone tried to take this apart. Because the void sticker has been punched out. No, I don't generally fix stuff like that. I think someone took this apart. They could have killed themselves. That's 1,000 watts, man. Stick a RAM. I have lights on the board. We got fans. So it looks like this thing's gonna post. Alright, so originally went through, did a diagnostic on this computer. There's a lot of issues with it. And we determined that the only real major issue that was affecting this computer was the fact that the power supply is dead. So, got a new power supply, just a direct replacement for what they had. It's an RM1000X. I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed today. And because it's modular, we already have the motherboard installed. So we're gonna need this. We're gonna need CPU. There's no hard drives in this. The only hard drive is the M.2. So he has two M.2s underneath this bottom one versus using the top one. So I need that. I need the CPU power. And we need power for the video card. Yep, CPU, and we have a Core i9 12900K. So I'm actually going to use both power connectors instead of just one. Yep. And then all we should need is this. So the rest of these cables become leftovers, from spares. Get some all right. We're doing the 3 lines of Coke, thermal paste method on this. So you can see I put three individual lines. And we're going to push this down and give a little wiggle. Get all this thermal paste spread all the way out. Which, looking at this, after pushing this down, like, I'm wondering if this plate is slightly warped. I don't understand why my camera always gets out of focus. Alright, let's try this now. We got power. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpecVengeance. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my services, check out Bradenton PC Repair.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.